Hey guys, I wanted to send a follow-up video to the one I posted last week at the end of last week about. It was about initially LeBron complaining about Memphis and the amenities, but it's really more important than that. But wanted to follow up because we talk solutions, and so I mentioned this a little list, but I did a little additional research as far as the opportunity that Memphis has. It is astounding. The things that I've learned. Just Memphis is sitting on a gold mine. Memphis is sitting on hundreds of billions of dollars over a cumulative period. Um, Sitting right there, right underneath us, right beside us, and we didn't even know it. We've been living in that way for years. Now, I didn't know it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people who do, and but I'm just going to share what I found out. So, and what I'm talking about is the opportunity for hydrokinetic energy. I'll talk about the Memphis Sand Aquifer in a little bit, but just the hydrokinetic energy opportunity. So basically, what that is just harnessing the power of moving water and converting that into a power source, specifically electricity. And so, when you start thinking about hydroelectricity or hydrokinetic energy, you think about dams. Damming has been the way, probably the main way that has that we've been able to harness electricity in this country, at least, and a lot of other places around the world. But technology is such today that they really are moving away from that. And so, damming, and the concept of damming is just basically let me control the flow of this particular body of water, whether it's a large lake or a river. Typically, it's a river, and they're able to funnel that water and they're able to control the concentration of it, which they're able to harness through turbine technology, and they're able to get electricity, and they're able to share that electricity to that area. And so, but now they have these very innovative hydrokinetic arrays that, you can, they got it such that they can even harness electricity from slow moving water. And for those of us who, grew up in Memphis, who live in Memphis and know it, I don't ever remember a time where the Mississippi River was ever slow moving. I asked my dad, who's 78 years old, I was like, hey, Dad, have you ever remembered the Memphis River getting either so low that boats couldn't cross or, have become stagnant? Say like a lake in some sense. And obviously, say, something I already knew. He's like, no, never. It's never been that. So Memphis, right a little north of Memphis, the Missouri River and the Mississippi meet, and they come down kind of right through that area, and so that's what makes it so consistently strong and deep and true. Which makes it a great opportunity for hydrokinetic energy, specifically in our area. And so, and the way the technology is such now that it's a big focus on being environmental friendly. So not as to disrupt it. It's not a perfect technology as of yet, but it's being used right now in plenty of other countries. Ireland has one of the leading technologies. Um, Canada, some of their lakes up there, and they're also moving. That the company that researched that went to Ireland, they're also moving into Niger, one of the countries in Africa. Few of the river sources, and I think they want to. I think I heard them mention South America as well. And so this isn't new. I'm not creating anything, and honestly, I'm not finding out anything that nobody else can find out. I'm just a guy at the computer who cares about his city and who's looking for opportunities. So. Um, but we're talking about billions. We're talking about billions of income earned for not only Memphis, the Mid South area, the country, and that power can be exported and sent out, around the world. There's a lot of places that need what we have, and so it's just a matter of harnessing the technology. I looked at a plan that was less than 20 years. I would say about 15 years to really get it up and running in Memphis, earning billions of dollars every single year. Every year. That would make Memphis one of the wealthiest cities in the world, or wealthiest cities in the country, sure. And by proxy, one of the wealthiest cities in the world. So I mean, it's there, and I didn't know this. It's crazy because when you think I grew up in an area that wasn't very, we weren't rich. Cherokee area neighborhood is not an expensive neighborhood. Orange Mound definitely isn't either, and that's the area that I know where I lived, where when I was in Memphis, and just to think that from our areas, from those beginnings, and that area in general could be, I mean, one of the more wealthier places in the country through this natural, renewable, clean energy source. So, I mean, like I said, I'm a guy sitting here in the computer, but I mean, you take action. I sent some information. I posted. If you guys go to my Facebook a few days ago, I'll post it again. Just a quick little 3 minute PowerPoint that kind of sums up how we can go from where we are to, as I said, earning billions of dollars a year in this technology. And also includes the information about the Memphis Sand Aquifer, our source. Memphis is the largest city in the country that relies solely on groundwater. And I said previously, our water is some of the best water in the country. And so that could be exported, that could be sent out to various parts of the country with water issues, in addition to other countries. So, um, I mean, the opportunity is huge. It's just absolutely huge. And there's a lot of people that know this. I didn't know this. Maybe everybody there knows it. I don't think, I don't think they do, but that's just, there's somebody that knows this information because it's just very easy to find, and you can put a whole strategy together. I have just a whole strategy to go from where we are today, right now, to 10 to 15 years down the line. And the bulk of that 10 to 15 years isn't the application of it. It's really just, the time that it takes to get the government to approve it. And you need government approval. This is a natural resource. Memphis, the Mississippi is one of the largest cities, largest rivers in the world, really. And so, yeah, you're going to need the federal government. And they should be involved, no question. Federal, state, local, all of it. They should be involved. This is a big deal. But it's the longest part of that 15 years is just getting the proper paperwork in order to get it done. But in my opinion, it should be acted on immediately. And because obviously the unforeseen, but also just taking advantage of it. And so, and the public needs to know. I mean, the public should be clamoring for this, for all the trials and challenges that we've had, particularly when it comes to income or various things. I mean, what we're talking about. We're talking about if we just take advantage of this, we'll be one of the richest cities in the country for sure. And again, probably one of the richest cities in the world. So, um, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. Um, I just, this is just a couple nights work for me. This is a couple days. I was just really interested in it. I sent some information to the mayor of Memphis. I sent some same information to the governor, and I don't know if they'll look at it. I mean, I'm sure they probably have teams of people that check their mail. I don't know if they get it or go to spam. I have no idea how that works. But I mean, instead of just sitting around complaining, I was able to take some sort of action. But it can be done, no question. It can be done, no question. So look it up for yourself. Check it out for yourself. Um, we have an opportunity. And I say we because we need to act. I mean, they need to take advantage of this ASAP. Memphis has an opportunity, and for those of us who, grew up in Memphis, love Memphis, have family there, had family there, and just in general, and it just should be an opportunity that we don't miss out on. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Talk to y'all soon. If you have any questions, you can contact me directly. Like I said, I'm not no means an expert on this stuff. There's a lot of people out there that are way smarter than I am on this stuff, specifically Memphis area. But I am interested for sure. All right, guys. God bless.